listen to NDX Radio. DJ Night from Bethel, Kentucky. More lights, more sound.
Good afternoon, YouTube and Twitter fans, on this very cold 49-degree Thursday. I mean, it's just actually getting kind of going up and down, isn't it, though? Got a couple closings delays here for you, at least till tomorrow virtually, according to WKYT, is Saints Peter and Paul Lexington. That's virtually learning through Friday. And then I think it's Seton Catholic Schools, or Satin Catholic Schools, excuse me, virtual learning through Friday as well. It's virtual learning only. So not going to be going in classes, I guess, there. So kids going to be schooling at the house. So that's a little bit of the short weather report today. Kind of woke up this morning. I kind of try to do it after 12 anymore because I kind of get my brain thinking anymore. And at least, about different things always. I watched a really cool movie called Blood Diamond. And it's a really, really good movie. If you haven't watched it, you have got to watch it. It's an amazing movie. It takes place, or the genre takes place over in Africa. A lot of fighting, even today, real life and stuff. The fighting over there, making kids soldiers, is just a very horrible thing going over there. They need all the help they can get. I'm sure the U.S. maybe do things with them too. I'm not really sure, but hopefully they do. It's a really good movie. I'm not going to spoil it for y'all though. If you have not seen it yet, you can watch it free exclusively on Tubi. That's Blood Diamond, free exclusively on Tubi. So, that being said, yes, folks, we're going to start it today. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. It's going to be awesome. Before we start that, do you feel always like you're like in a time warp sometimes? You're just like kind of thinking, oh no. And then it's kind of funnily here, you're thinking of maybe walking through a doorway there and see Mulder or Scully coming out, kind of that kind of thing. It makes you kind of scary, Like I always think that I'm just gonna walk and see like this. I'm in this X-Files type thing, I mean, it just kind of makes me want to laugh in a way, though. But the movies that are really mysterious to me, though, and actually some of my favorite ones, though, is there's also another one that Leonardo DiCaprio, which also plays in Blood Diamond, plays in. It's called Shutter Island, and it's a really, really cool movie. Nothing like Motor Scully going in there, though, although that was a great show I loved. But I mean, I'm into mysterious movies, action movies, and especially like magic movies, like the Harry Potter and stuff like that too. Though I know it's not real, but still, it's just kind of cool to think of. So when you're watching these type of other movies, apart from the magical kind of kid movies that your kids can maybe watch, may not watch, is it puts you in a setting that you're going to see a lot of maybe change. It might be good change in kids or other people though too. Though hopefully it's good change. 'Cause bad change, uh-oh, woo. Um, so when you're going across everything else and whatnot, when I watched the movie, kind of like the Blood Diamond this morning too, though, it's usually one of those movies I just naturally think that okay, I'm going to watch it and I'm seriously not going to like it. And the more actually I watched it, the more I seriously watched it this morning. I was glued to it until the end of the movie. And like I said, I'm not going to spoil it. Like I said, you can watch it exclusively free on Tubi. That Tubi is a free download. Just sign up. So all you got to do though, and you can start watching right then and there. The other type of movies that I've been talking to you guys about, we want to know, is like Harry Potter. We just cleared Sorcerer's Stone, right? He's a kid. Didn't know what he was coming into. He starts liking it, because it's in his blood. Was even a seeker like his dad was. Didn't know that until basically more likely into the middle of the movie. But as we ended the movie, we're like, what's going on? What's going to happen next? Is it going to be something cool? Or is it going to be something even more magical? Well, here it is, folks, is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Now, As we're starting this movie, though, you're thinking, okay, what part of the castle are they unlocking next? Well, as you can already see, though, it's a very big castle. I mean, the endless things can just go really awry. So when during these particular movies, what I like about it is though is normal sagas are about like what 3 or 4 movies, something like that. Though is this is a total of 8 movies, 7 to 8 movies. That's just 8, um, and of course, um, World Academy Award winner Daniel Radcliffe comes back and plays the world-renowned Harry Potter. Yes, I mean awesome on that one. Daniel Radcliffe's awesome. So, in this movie, this actually particular movie, they're just, you think it's just endless stuff going on. They're actually right. There's just one thing after another. They can't catch a break to even do their own classwork, right? So we're going to dig right into it. Here is the Chamber of Secrets. Okay, back in the world around of Hogwarts, right? Well, each one of these movies don't start that way, does it? He starts with Harry back in the real world, based in London over there, and he's actually with his uncle and aunt, which is to me very unfortunate to put up with in a sort of way, though. And of course, Dudley, his cousin Dudley, gets everything he wants. He whines and cries right there in front of him on a silver, actually gold platter in a way. I would like to think it's a silver though, but he always gets swept by cold, right? So starts back there. And he finally gets his own room, and it's like, whoa, because you start in the other movie, and he's actually under the stairs, which to me is very pathetic, but dealing with a child that way, putting him under there. But he finally gets his own room, and it's just funny to me when I heard the thing though. He goes, "Out of our own hearts, we give you Dudley's second room." And I'm there going, second room? Who needs a second room? I've got my own room here at the house. I have actually my own apartment, but now the apartment's a little different. All the rooms are mine because I'm on the apartment, right? Duh. But Dudley gets 2 rooms. I'm sitting there going, well, what a spoiled little boy, right? So he's sitting there practicing the magic wand, or the two of those, and he's like, I don't know, well, I'm just quoting things as you know, but um, and it shines real bright. Well, his uncle keeps coming in there because he sees light underneath the door, which telling you, okay, he's definitely not gone to bed yet, right? Um, so each time he comes in there and he goes, well, no, it was actually the time he actually saw it real bright in there. He goes, get to bed, and of course Harry pretends he's sleeping all though, missing Hogwarts because Hogwarts kind of really hooked him on the first movie. I think too, though, is well as is always, he gets always in trouble with different people, right? I mean, they've got two people that comes and sees him. This is supposed to be his uncle's big moment, I guess, is the industry he works at or the place he works at. And well, we first meet Dobby, and y'all thinking, well, who's Dobby? Dobby is one of the profound elves in these movies. Very, very sweet elf, just kind of does everything in the benefit of Harry, but Harry doesn't take it that way though, because he first meets Dobby, and he's like, what are you? He goes, oh, sir, I'm an elf, and of course, Harry's still scratching his head, thinking, what's going on here? So Dobby's sitting there telling him, you must not return back to Hogwarts this year because he's feeling there's some bad stuff going on, which everybody should know. Hey, it's Hogwarts, great place, right? Could go wrong with a great place, So in the second part of the saga, Chamber of Secrets, woohoo! Just this is where I started watching them. I didn't watch any other ones though. I started watching Chamber of Secrets up. Well, you can just about guess, when they kept talking about, well, you remember this last year and this last year, and I'm thinking, going, no, I don't. I mean, you know, And I completely forgot and things like that, that there was a movie before Chamber of Secrets. Well, so once I start watching them and watch them all together though, and everything, I'm back on board with you guys. So yeah. Um, well, in this back to the movie. Kind of just gonna touch bases here and there on it. Because if you haven't seen it though, I don't want to spoil it for you. Trust me, if you have not seen these movies, as long as you know, um, like that kind of genre and stuff, too, though, is trust me, you got to see it. I've got all 8 of them. They're very good movies though. When I'm really bored one day though, and it just other movies don't cut me though, I cut right into my sagas. So uh, take it from a moviegoer. These are pretty awesome movies. So when Dobby appears, he's sitting there going, I can't do, basically, like I said, I'm just quoting, is what I'm doing. He's like, well, I got to. Hogwarts is my home. I don't belong here. And Dobby's just trying to save his life and to keep him from harm and stuff. Because, yeah, there is some stuff going on awry, but of course, we don't know that yet, right? Because we've not entered the doors yet. Well, he's fighting Dobby and of course things like that too though. Well, his uncle and them are hearing all this ruckus up the stairs and things like that too though. And uh um his uncle comes upstairs and goes, "What are you doing up here?" He goes, I'm I'm about to make the biggest. I'm downstairs with my boss basically, and I'm about to make the biggest deal over there. If I have to come up here again, you're gonna wish you'd never been born." And he's sitting there going, a little harsh, right?" Um, so when he goes downstairs, um, him and Dobby actually could both go downstairs, and Dobby stairs, opens the door, and Harry's trying to get his attention, right? Trying to get him away from the door. Well, he stalks the cake, and the uh, the cake is like I'm gonna say it's like custard cake. I mean, to me, it's pretty. It's pretty scrumdiddlyumptious. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'll pull a Willy Wonka on you there. Well, as he's trying to stop him, Dobby just snaps his fingers. Of course, he's an elf. He's got magic too. And the cake rises off the platform. And you're sitting there going, "Oh no!" And Dobby's just trying to help him to stay away. I guess maybe getting grounded. Whatnot. Things like that. So, well, Harry tries to get moves Dobby out of the way. Dobby um you goes to talk to Dobby and kind of forgive me if I forget things here. Like you're like, Nate, you got the movies. Well, it's called I haven't really seen them in a while. Um, is when he goes to catch the cake, of course, he's not really focused on it. So some of the things that are going on with it, he can't catch it. And when Dobby, before Dobby disappears, when Dobby snaps over and he pushes Dobby out of the way, he's like, "Stop it!" And then Dobby's just like, uh, snaps his fingers. Cake falls on this lady. You're sitting there going, "Oh my goodness!" And he looks back at Dobby, and Dobby disappears. So you're sitting there going, "Dobby's off the hook." No, it's more like Harry's on the hook. I mean, um, because yeah, Harry obviously gets the dump for it. But knowing his uncle and them though, I think they would blame Harry no matter what. I hate to say it, but um, his uncle and aunt is like one of those few people though. I think that they, and to tell they really flat out say it, But yeah, his aunt, Harry's mom was his aunt's sister. So you're sitting there going, oh, so she was the witch of the family and whatnot. I guess she got all the most likely attention and things like that too, though, and her sister didn't. And of course, it's the old switcheroo with the old jealousy ball, right? Well, so of course, in the first movies, you find out that Harry's parents are killed by Lord Baltimore or ye who not be named. Because you say it there, it's like, I mean, seriously. So with that going on though, his uncle knew right then and there. Come on, guys. He knew it had probably something to do with Hogwarts, yeah, whatnot. So he puts bars, on this little kid's window, guys. Puts bars on his windows. Puts bars on them. He's sort of going, okay, it's officially London. Well, actually, let me say this though, is the announcement thing though is London jail. I mean, kind of put the mic in it, right? Um, so it's you're just thinking, huh? Well, of course, Harry in his little what he feels sale. I mean, come on, I think it's sale too. Well, here, who else, guys? Who else? Ron and his two brothers come and save the day. They come and save Harry. Oh yeah, Ron and his brothers. Come in a magical car. It's his dad's enchanted car. Um, I don't really think that his dad, as you'll see, as I'm talking about here in a minute, is he kind of just didn't know it'd work all the way or something. Because I mean, who knows? I mean, us in everyday life, I don't believe in romance. Us in everyday life though is similar. What I mean is though is we don't know what's going to happen, right? Sometimes we can do something. It's like I'm a IT technician. Well, at least with my church I am. And I'm also a technician too in general. Don't have my license yet though, but I'm working on it though. But the point of the whole matter is me being tech, working the computers and all that stuff too is I can do this stuff with remote access like I did last night with helping my friend Austin out and all that good stuff. But I don't know what it's going to do on the other end until the other person tells me, right? I don't know what it's going to do on this computer. It's going to go in there. Well, his dad didn't know what was going to go on with the China car, right? I mean, he kind of didn't know because you see it, you'll hear his reaction or see it if you have already though, or see it when you do watch it though here in the next scene or two. So they come in a China car out of nowhere. He goes, "Run, George," and his brothers and stuff are there. Well, he goes, uh, "Coming to bust you out, right?" He goes, "Stand back." Puts a hook on the bars though. Takes the car, put that bad boy in gear like I probably would do my truck, and it'd be just take off spinning. Um, and just the bars fly out there though. It's the middle of the night, so his aunt and uncle. I mean, guys, if you saw the padlocks on his door, you're thinking, okay, Looney Tune and what? You know, good gracious, Crazy Daisy. Um, so when he's in this barred wire though, and Ron and take the car, break him out. Um, he of course his uncle now. Of course, what would you not hear? I mean, like it just bonk. I mean, I think you feel like it didn't take a whole wall out. I mean, it's like okay. So in other aspects, you're sitting there thinking, okay, yes, he's broke free. We see his uncle and them get up, and you're like, oh no. He goes, Harry! And so he's getting out there though. I mean, come on. Uh, so I mean, he locks. I guarantee I'll about 10 locks, 10 of them. And uh, um, when you're sitting there watching him unlocking these unlocks, you're sitting there going, okay, he's got time to since he's got like 10 to 20 locks. Um, um, so when this goes on, you're thinking, not only is this ridiculous, I mean, trust me, is he finally gets it. He's halfway out the window, and his uncle finally opens the door, and you're like, run! Um, you're thinking that okay, they don't want to they don't want to grasp the reality in their reality or this movie's reality that there's magic, at least in their family. You know, you go in like what we did in this other movie. You go in this regular kind of like a cauldron place. Probably regular people in London, for all we know, goes in there. But see, these people are really good about hiding their, I guess, magical powers or something. Because Hagrid, at the first of the movie, rewriting back here, first of the movie goes and uh, like in the back of the thing there, I guess where they keep the wine, opens the door though, and then just taps these bricks and stuff. And there's a wall that goes right to Diagon Alley. Wow, amazing, huh? So when you're looking at each aspect of these movies, and you'll see, like I said, if you haven't seen the series, though, I'm gonna keep bugging you about it. Keep on doing it. I'm serious. I'm sorry. They're really good movies. Um, it's those okay. It's those set of movies that you're sitting there going, "Whoa," I mean, like it's not real in real life though, but it gets your attention, your worldly attention. I know well that's me, I guess, because I'm such a movie goer, but um, breaks the window out halfway across there. Well, his uncle catches him. Oh no. Gets him, he goes, "Get off," and he goes, "Go," and Ron, throws it in gear. His uncle's still hanging on for dear life, I'm telling you. And when he lets go of there, he falls out the window. Of course, he gets back up down the floor because he hits a ton of bushes down there. And first, I thought I was thinking, "Oh no, somebody dies in the movie." No, no, no. And of course, he gets right back up, just kind of goes, "Oh," and um, once they find out he's all right and everything, though, take off in the car. Saves the day, right? Yay, we're away from that problem, right? Huh. Out of that problem, you're going to a big one. In this movie, folks, I'm gonna tell you this right now though, is I'm a big train fan. Most of my family, kind of a good little big portion of my family was railroad. So I come from the mountains, Pike County, Kentucky. Born right there. I was raised in Carlisle down here. I was. I pretty much grew up in Carlisle down here. But I was born in Pikeville. Can't get rid of it, folks. Can't get rid of it. CSX all the way. Yeah. Yeah. So, what to my demise in the first movie and in this one again, though, an authentic steam train. Oh, whew, telling you. Now, of course, in the London time, there are two ways, though. I think they're using diesel. Or if they're using the conventional trains and everything, though, they're not really steam anymore. But when they go to the Hogwarts Express, you know, they have the world famous, and you'll see it through all these movies. Every single one of these, at least for I think the last two of them, is the only one I think the ones you see though, because they're already at Hogwarts or in a certain areas there. Um, I think that there's the fifth one. I think fourth or fifth one there. I think is when they have the World Cup and all that stuff too, though. But I'll get into that when we get into that, though. But I'm just kind of giving you a layout. I think it's the only time you will not probably see the authentic train until the end of the last movie, when they yeah, you see the last ending there. So but here we go again. Nine in platform 9 3/4 on the Hogwarts Express. So big steam train guy like me, big train guy in general, gets to see the train chugga lugga lugga lugga, right? No. It chugga lugga luggas is the platform was closed off to them. Yeah. Dobby, um, well, as they find out later, um, already, or something blocked it. Now, to be honest with you, I think it was Dobby. What do you think? Huh? Um, it's one of these cases to where now, and what I'm going to do is I want to have some fun with you guys. Well, I promise I'm going to touch base on all the movie. I'm starting questionnaires. They're going to be, yes, you're going to hear it on YouTube. Yes, I've got a poll program that I'll make these polls up, or actually questionnaires. I've got one. It's going to be called a life trivia, and it's going to be a star rating. You'll answer one only. You can only answer one. Um, and we'll see, maybe you see if anybody's got their chance of, changing this year. I'm definitely gonna do better. But it's kind of a little fun with that though. I'm also gonna make up another one. I'll just do it after my broadcast right now. I'm gonna do probably at least two or three though. That I'm gonna try to today. If so, for some reason I don't get back on today, I'm gonna get on the air tomorrow. It's probably just where I don't feel good though. But right now I feel pretty good, so we're looking at probably about two. So I'm gonna make another one though of the movie here, of answering you questions. What did you think? Um, went on. Things like that too though. Did if you have seen it though, and you already know the questions though, it's still kind of fun because you already got the knowledge. Um, and because I'm not going to spoil every little detail of it. I can sit here all day long. Anybody that knows me can sit there and tell you if I've seen the movie, I can tell you the whole movie and but spoil it. Anymore, this one of my sorry guys, one of my New Year's resolutions this year is don't spoil things. So got that scene out of the way. That's not all what happens in it, but I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. Get home, get to Ron's house, be kind of crooked, like there was a crooked man. I mean, kind of like a house like that. Um, I mean, literally, if you've seen this house, you're like, did they use that from Mother Goose? Um, how many of y'all like Harry Potter? Yeah. Um, I'm a big fan. Now I browse reality. I promise. Literally I browse reality. But when I want to get away from maybe a little bit of reality. Not that what I mean is like if I've got stress or something, I'll pop one of the good movies in or something, or get on here on the air with you guys, and it's called a big stress reliever. Um, it's been a pleasure talking with you guys, and I enjoy doing it every single day. Seriously. So in these movies, the reason I'm jumping right into these type of movies too, there are 8 of them, right? Because when I jump, and you can ask anybody that knows me, when I jump into my Star Wars, cheery by the way, I'm telling you, that's why I'm gonna make sure I try to get a license or something, because YouTube and them are awesome. They are. Once you have a license and stuff, you either email it to them or keep showing it in the thing. They won't. They'll probably be clapping there right with me. I'm telling you, it's just they got to go through rules too, guys. They're free forums. I want you guys to understand that's why you're not hearing much sound effects today. It's just not necessarily their fault. We got to do it the legal way, right? So when I get into I'm gonna wait to get in that big movie because oh yeah, gotta have the Star Wars effects. It's not Star Wars in my world unless I am hearing stuff though. So Star Wars coming soon, guys. So, but back to Chamber of Secrets, right? You're like Nate, you have a long way to go on this one, right? What gets me about these movies is these movies are so good to me always because it's not that oh yeah there's kids fighting. I don't. Or to be honest with you, I don't like seeing kids fight. I don't. I've got a sister myself. We used to do. We still maybe do a little bit, but hey, you love each other in the end. You really do. I mean, all right. I mean, yeah, they're your family. So, but I don't like seeing other kids fight. You know, and you're like, well, Nate, don't you don't like seeing you and your sister? No, I don't. I mean, and there's times that we'll maybe hoot and holler. I'm sure everybody does always. Oh, and at the end of the day, we're pretty much laughing about what happened. I mean, I'm being serious. I mean, I'd rather do that though than go days without talking to them because even though sometimes I do it too, though is guys, it really does hurt me pretty bad. So, um, but the moral of these movies or stories, I'm at least going to give to you guys, so don't prove that I'm flat one of those yeah he says he knows it but he doesn't. Um, oh I do. Yes, Nate knows me. And is these movies grasp not that oh they're trying to grasp you in reality. No, no, not at all. They're flat like what us CJs are. They're entertainment. Entertainment. And you're probably sitting there going, Nate, what the entertainment? What do you mean? Movies. Movies, music, and DJing. My 3 favorite things. So when it comes to movies, me talking about them, because I've talked to so few people, they're like, "Well, Nate, you should just kind of just give a moral breakdown of the movies and stuff." I'm like, "Well, that's easy. I mean, I know them inside out, and if I don't know them, I'll sit there and watch them till I know them, right?" These movies, because that's what I like about podcasts, because you podcast, you can talk about almost anything. Now, sorry, I'm not one of those big politics, but that's to me, they stress me out too well. So no worries, Facebook and all them, they got, or, whatnot. You won't hear Pete from me because it stresses me out. I just want everything to go in the way it's supposed to go, and it's a good life and all that too, and everything, and that's it. But um, one thing to talk about with me is movies. Movies, especially music, DJing. I love doing it. It's a blast. Um, in the Chamber of Secrets, what got me though is, they didn't get on. They got on the platform. They couldn't get through the gate. You think they're going, no, and to be honest with you, at first I thought that was the whole movie. I'm dead serious. Yeah, I was like, well, that was a short movie. You literally said there, that was a short movie, right? So, in other um, depicts in the movie is okay. So they're like, um, let's get in the car and see if we can catch him. Wherever he goes, the car. And so they get in the magical car. Well, you gotta forget though is the Muggles, which is the us normal human beings, um, is they literally see a car lift up and they go, Ron, Muggles aren't really accustomed to seeing a flying car. And he's like, oh yeah, push this button, you hear a little go, like that, and you're like, oh, what's that? What's that noise? Car disappears, goes invisible, and you're sitting there going, whoa, Houdini. First thing came to my mind, right? First thing popped in my mind was Houdini, or maybe the little Chris Angel, who knows? Um, but so they disappear. They take off after the train. Guys, they find the train. You're sitting there going, whoa, that's a car there, isn't it? And they catch up to the train and whatnot, or they actually be honest with you, they skip step there. They actually get in front of the train, and um, they said, "Oh, I think we hear the train." And he goes, "Ron, that's behind us, or that sounds out in the front." They look back though, and there it is. Hogwarts is pressed in big letters, folks. And you're thinking, "Oh no, they're gonna die. Oh no, they're gonna die." And so, well, he whooshes the car. What literally whooshes out? It's funny though. I just said whooshes. Um, that's just me. Um, so they get out of the way and you'll clear the train. Well, um, the car starts messing up, and he goes, "Oh no, the invisibility booster is defaulted. Had a problem with it." And so they decide to just drive on to Hogwarts in the car, and in his dad's car. And like I said, folks, I'm just skipping around parts of it, so there's a lot more parts that happen there, but I don't want to ruin for you. Um, so he goes, gets all the way to Hogwarts, and for the ones that know what I'm getting ready to say, and the ones that don't know, there's a profound tree on the property called the Whomping Willow. Now you got to remember though, it's a magical world, so if they got a name for something, it's there for a reason. So they get to the bottom of this tree. They go, oh, you know, and uh, they're still in the car, right? You hear this, oh, like this big kind of growl. And of course, for all those newbies, when I at the time and everything, I was going, "What just growled?" And then actually they got caught in the tree. My bad, they got caught in the tree. But then they hear the car starts shaking, and they look back, and there's this big old branch smacking the car, and um, they was like, oh, I mean, like it was like crunching the car. You thought it was going to just literally crunch it up, you know. Um, so uh, so it makes you think like you're sitting there thinking, huh, why is the tree doing that? Um, uh, hold on a second. Like some of my buddies telling I was on air. Anyway, yeah, friends also text me too. But when the tree's hitting them, and you're sitting there going, okay, why is the tree even doing that? Then it hits them all the way down at the bottom, though. I think it did get ready to. I mean, the whole tree just goes back, and you're sitting there going, ah. Um, and you're like, or just like the famous scream I like to do. Literally, that's like what you're applying. Well, you know, you see the tree going back, you're going. So they get out of the car. Tree goes in and slams on it though. Goes right back up, and then you're thinking, wait a minute, he just told us what the name is. Whomping Willow. Hence, ladies and gentlemen, the name. So you're sitting there going, okay, they did not only face death twice, not only by the barreling train, but by the Whomping Willow, which was quite angry. I mean, it wouldn't be if it wanted to come in your branches and everything. So they get in there, find out that all their stuff's already there. It's I think he had his owl with him too, I think. And they meet the janitor, Mr. Felch. And you're thinking, ay, really? Poor Harry now. So he takes down Professor Snape. Alan Rickman, folks. Alan Rickman. And Mr. Snape's there. And he goes, do you all know the seriousness of what you have done? You were seen by not one, but like I'm gonna just say many muggles. Not to mention you inflicted a damage on a Whomping Willow has been in this on these grounds since before you were born. I think I nailed it, didn't I? So you still got in your minds though. Oh no, at least I had it in my mind. And so Professor Dumbledore comes down and saves him from a brutal yelling more, I guess, one of there. Because, you know, Professor Snape's just being serious, you know, taking his job seriously and stuff. Well, he goes, sir, they have broke rules. This thing goes, I think I'm aware of the rules, Severus. He goes, in fact, I'm writing a few of them myself. And so everybody just kind of calms down a little bit after that. He goes, so I guess we'll grab our stuff. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, I guess we'll be a spells. He goes, and Professor McGonagall goes, not today. And you're sitting there going, yeah, woohoo, party in Hogwarts. Trust me, not quite. So at the they're at the tables again, having a feast that, trust me, I wish I could eat right now. Seriously. And they had a professor or oh, I know what it is. It's defense dark arts. There we go, teacher. Well, about almost every movie you'll see in movies over there, they have different ones because they just can't keep people there, can they? So you're thinking, okay, who's the one now? Who could it be now? Well, there was in the part that I skipped, which I'm still going to skip it. There's another professor. Won't say his name. Let you guys figure it out. Is there? Oh, Nate. You know, well, I'll get more into the movies when I can do the sound effects and stuff. When I'm able to do them, you know, more legally and stuff. You know, so trust me, with all these bigger movies and stuff, you know, I'll recap. So, you know, yay on that one, right? So they have another dark arts teacher. And in my mind, I'm sitting there going, okay, they got, the two though. Trust me, by the fifth or sixth movie, I was sitting there going, I give up, people. I mean, seriously? Um, so this particular teacher is supposed to be this world famous wizard. Wrote books on himself, you know, whatnot. A lot of people are just like, oh, he's cool. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, he was too. Until I think he's full of himself. hmm But supposed to be this great wizard, right? Well, during the movies, or during the movie, you start seeing a little more, like, he's a great, what? He's a great, buffoon, I guess. Anyway, back to be serious, though. So, got a new dark arts teacher, right? Um, comes down the stairs, has a big, huge, here's where I'm getting this at, folks. Big, huge photo of, not Hogwarts, come on, you're going to get himself. Really? Okay, then. So, he gets these, pixies. And he goes, not just any pixies, freshly cut pixies. I can do a little bit of the, uh, accents, I guess, too, not knowing it. Um, so it's got you there thinking. You're sitting there going, okay. So these are, they're kind of a little wild in there though, so they're not gonna be too wild and everything. As soon as he releases those things, they are everywhere. They're grabbing people's wands. Um, y- um, I tell you, poor Neville, Neville Longbottom, just poor Neville. You think everybody picks on him? No, literally, trust me, everybody picks on him, except for Harry and Hermione and Ron, in a way. So those are the only three that kind of graciousness here, right? So he gets hung up by the chandelier, I do believe. They one of the ones they this big dinosaur up there, and you're sitting there going, okay, now we're talking reality. It's the dinosaur, right? It comes down the floor though. Um, who saves the day once again? Hermione Granger. Hermione and she's supposed to be, well, they call them mudbloods, but I call them half bloods in a way. Like, you know what I mean? Is like half, like she's half, regular human and stuff, and half the magical world. But I'm telling you right now, this little girl, to me at the time, sorry, no offense, Harry, and all them too though is, and probably Harry sit there and tell you too, though, she's got more magic than just about almost anybody there. So I mean, she said comes and saves the day, freezes all the pixies, and of course he runs off. Professor, you shouldn't have gone. I thought he was a great wizard. No, folks, from this particular one though, he's a great previous author though. He's a great coward and runner. So out of that chunk of the scene into then another top of the scene of the movie is they start seeing some weird stuff in the castle, and you're sitting here going, if you already know it, you're like, it's Hogwarts. When does it not have anything like that going on? I mean, so they, they start hearing about the Chamber of Secrets, and Miss McGonagall in her classroom, um, they were hearing about just this. Yeah, I think it was Hermione or somebody was hearing a story about the Chamber of Secrets, and so Mr. McGonagall says there were I think it's 4 or 5 wizards. I think it was Hufflepuff, um, Ravenclaw, um, uh, oh, Gryffindor, and Salazar Slytherin. I think I got them all right. Yeah, that's probably about 4. Um, and so the one of the chambers was open. They think that Professor Snape, or not Professor Snape, excuse me. Got Snape on mine. Uh-oh. Nate, you're losing it. Oh no. It's like Nate, you're losing it. That's actually how I'd be yelping if I was losing it. Trust me. So it was Voldemort, or no, not Voldemort, but excuse me again, is Slytherin. There we go. Yeah, well, they're all 3 the you know the dark part of the world there anyway, right? So uh Salazar Slytherin um was I think in a way he was either part of Voldemort or he was um he's like henchman or something. No, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just my um actually that's gonna be on the questionnaire later. So answer it, please answer it, because the reason I'm saying it's going to be you guys get to participate in these movies I'm talking about. Yeah, is that you write it there though, you'll end up correcting me if I am wrong. So please do, folks, please. So I haven't got it up on there yet. At the end of the well, I'm gonna when I talk about this other questionnaire, as I'm talking about it, I'll go ahead and post it. But the other one I'll have on there shortly after uh I go on the break for the day and stuff. So I mean, I may get through the whole movie today though, because these movies are pretty good size. So I think here in a little bit I'm probably gonna take a break. That way, the people that's not able to listen to it right now live, they'll have time to get home and stuff, and they can listen to it. So, but anyway, going to do a few more things for talk about the questionnaire and hop off here, and then we'll finish this movie definitely today. So and actually maybe I'll watch it and then maybe I won't be wrong, right? But 1 or 2 other things though. So she's talking about Slytherin. Of course, you see none other than Draco Malfoy. Another good actor, by the way. The actor of I've got his name though, but hats off to him, guys. Good actor. Good actor. So well, he sits there and smiles. You're sitting there going, "Oh no." So of course he's part of the Slytherin, so he's sitting there going, uh, um, you see here, I'm trying to also read here too, so I don't get something wrong. But he's a part of Slytherin anyway. So that's why he was smiling, guys. So you're sitting there going, "Oh no." Well, guess what? Talk a little bit about the questionnaire, and because that's kind of a hanger I can leave you guys on there. Because when you're like, "No, please tell me," well, you're gonna know. But I also need to read a little more on it through the movie too. So we're gonna leave that right there though. Questionnaire, guys. Here's the questionnaire, and I'm gonna post it too. Okay, I'm actually gonna go ahead and post it, and that way you guys will have it. And then I'm gonna read the questions real briefly to you. Okay. Um, I'm trying to figure out how to share this. Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, there it is. Oh, hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm a new learner to this. So questions. I'm still here, guys. I promise. I'm just trying to figure out how I can share this because it wouldn't let me share anymore. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's not letting me do it. I'm still trying to figure this out because it's just, you're like, no, I'm like, no, I should have shared it earlier. Okay, let's see here. Let's select the poll thing here. Select my poll. Okay, I'm just gonna share it then on there, and you'll actually see it there too. Alrighty. Let's see. Copy that one. So let me do this real quick, and I'll talk about the questions real quick. I'm just, like I said, sorry, the real kind of a newbie at this. So I'm not even trying to. See, I had it all set there. I should have went ahead and done it, but let's see here. Okay, let's see a second, guys. I'm gonna still here, not going nowhere. I'm gonna try to set this to where I can do it now. Should be able to share it. Still not doing it. Boy. Like I said, kind of new to this. I need to. That's why I'm probably gonna be doing this more because you'd be sitting there going, "Oh, okay." I don't know why it's not doing it. Okay, well, you know what I'm gonna do as I'm talking about them. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you guys. I'll just go ahead and delete that one. Let's see. Okay, see, it was trying to answer. It's what I was doing. And you're like, Nate, you're a tech, really? Some of this stuff is like, it's really tricky. So I'm actually going to delete this, but as I'm going with the questions, I'll put them in here too. So okay, we're going to do questionnaires. Okay, first question would be, is your life going to be different this year? I mean, this year. I'm typing them too. So just sit there and think about it. Is your life going to be different this year? Makes you think, doesn't it? It's like, okay, I'm still trying to do this too. See, the reason I try not to do it while I'm talking is because as you can tell, it kind of gets my mind on it. Yeah, it's just going to go right on YouTube, right where I'm at right now, on my channel here, so you guys can participate in it and stuff. So, his Facebook, I've not dropped it completely, guys. I just kind of, they not really give me problems where I had a little bit of issues on there. So, kind of just doing everything on these other forums and trying to get, things going through here. But I'm still on there. You still can book me on there and whatnot. So it's just a really good thing on there, and it's really, trust me, it's really fun to do. So it's just I love doing it for you guys. And it's just really a blast. I promise you it is. So putting these on here. Okay, question 1. I gotta go back now because title. See, I think that's why my mind's kind of you know. It's gonna be called Live Trivia. So just watch out for it here in a minute here though. It's gonna be pretty cool. Still here, I promise. Just typing these up real quick. There. Okay, and then it's gonna be yes or yes, no, maybe kind of thing. It's gonna be star rating. It's gonna be coming up as a star rating. Question 2 would be and question 2 is gonna be like do you do the same thing every day? Like, it's like a life questions kind of thing. And then of course if you don't want to answer them, you don't have to. I mean, of course. I mean, but it makes you think though, doesn't it, right? Um, these questions like, whoa, he's asking these. It's not that I'm trying to be nosy or not. I'm just trying to it gets you thinking though, right? I mean, it's just it's fun. I mean, I like doing fun things for you guys, especially interactive stuff. Um, really quick here, guys. Just really quick, I promise. And then you guys can answer those after we get done though, and then we'll go on a break for a little bit though, and come back with the rest of the movie later, and you know I'll just do that questionnaire later. That way I can go ahead and type it up for you guys. So it's gonna be fun, guys. It's really gonna be fun. So um, I mean, it's just gonna show up to me as a star rating. So yeah. Um, I think one more here. Okay. I was gonna put 5. I'll just put 4 for now, since I'm kind of in a hurry here doing this. I'll go ahead and slide the other one here real quick then. Okay, these are just simple yes or no questions, or maybe if you want to answer them though, it'll bring up as a star rating. so we can, catch up, the star ratings at the end. At the end of the day, or the next broadcast, something I'll bring up the tally rating on them though. If you haven't got a chance to answer them today or something too, though, is you don't, I won't. If I know you guys have not, nobody's answered it yet or two, though, is I'll leave it up at least for about a week, so you guys can answer it when you feel like it. No big deal. Something fun to do though, but I definitely have one after the movie today. After we do the movie discussion today, so it's gonna be kind of fun, I think, at least. Well, it's gonna be after survey though. You'll be able to see the results after a survey or I end it. So it should work that way there though. But you're already going on YouTube here real quick, guys. It's going to be uh, on there for you guys to see. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. It's not bringing up YouTube though. Hmm. Yeah, because I don't want to just do Facebook, so that's kind of weird. That's why I wasn't doing it earlier. Ugh. So, okay, I'm gonna copy it and I'm actually gonna put it right on YouTube. How about that? On my forum here. Um. Hmm. I don't know. Um. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna work on that for a little bit though. Kind of play around with it though. But there'll be a questionnaire there. You can answer and stuff. So because I don't want to um just sit here and not talk at all. But going to take a big break for a little bit though. Don't necessarily when I'm gonna be back, but I will be back some more time today. I'll get this poll up there for you guys. I'll go ahead and pre-make the one for the movie. Those after the movie, you can do a questionnaire. Have a fun little deal there too though. So uh so yeah, that's actually going to be something we'll do. It'd be kind of fun. Enjoy talking about movies with you guys, sharing them with you, and all that good stuff. So it's DJ Nate, NSDS Radio, and we're on break.
You're listening to NDX Radio. DJ Nate from Bethel, Kentucky. More lights, more sound.